Hey guys, it's Marianne here, and it is Fertility Thursday. I changed it from Friday to Thursday just for the simple fact that not as many people are on social media on Fridays, just because people are usually taking vacations or they're with their family or they're busy, which is awesome. So that's why I'm doing these videos on Thursday. A lot of you saw my post about all this blood work that I got, and I ended up doing about 30 blood tests, and one I did like all at the same time. And if for those of you that don't know me, my name is Marianne Major. I am a fitness online coach, and I also have been through kind of a lot. My husband and I lost our son Camden. He was stillborn at 40 weeks with no known causes. And trying to get pregnant again has been a really hard thing for me to even accept. And then also been a really hard thing for really just that loss that's kind of like post-traumatic stress syndrome, going through a traumatic loss like that. And I had a blighted ovum in 2014, which means that my body miscarried. There was no baby, but my body thought I was pregnant. There was a gestational sac. And I've been trying to get pregnant ever since then. And it's been a really, really long, hard journey. And decided to get really serious about it at the beginning of this year, and decided to take steps to find answers and to go to a fertility clinic. And I decided to do a pregnancy loss panel. And in doing that, the reason why I decided to do that is because I wanted answers, and I felt like something's got to be wrong, and I want to feel at peace when I am pregnant again, and I don't want to have stress and anxiety for my next baby. I want to be able to be cool with it. So, you know, it is something that I highly recommend if you have had loss. They say that most women that have had a couple losses, the chances of it happening again are 26 to 40%, which I don't say that to scare you, but I say that to take preventative action if you feel like, you know, something might be wrong. I did find out I have PCOS, and most recently I found out that I have a blood clotting disorder. And it's not that serious, but at the same time, it is something that when I am pregnant again, we will have to do shots in my stomach with heparin. That would be in the morning and at night. Also, my body doesn't absorb folic acid, which is very interesting. So since it doesn't absorb it, they are going to put me on extra folic acid, extra vitamins and supplements, and to also take baby aspirin. And if any of you are on here that are pregnant, I think it's very important to take baby aspirin, especially at your last trimester, just because to prevent that blood clotting. I mean, obviously talk to your doctor, but that's something that I think is really important, and that's something that I never knew of. So I'm just kind of looking through my stuff right now. But anyway, with that said, it kind of is nice to have some answers. I was a carrier for something during the genetic testing, but it's not that serious. They said that everyone's at least one carrier for something. The only time it's serious is if you and your partner are both carriers for the same thing. So yeah, so that's my update. It's been very hard and emotional, and one thing that has been, I wrote down just like some random tips, and these are tips that anybody can use, but you know, going through something that's really stressful, it could kind of mess with your head, and it kind of makes you feel like you're not yourself, if that makes sense. I have really not been feeling like myself, like at all whatsoever, just because there's so many unknowns and so many decisions to make, and what are the next steps, and you know, do I want to go this route or do I want to go this route? And it's hard. It's a hard decision because it's and I won't go into too much detail yet, but a lot of it is just with life circumstances and timing and all that stuff. It's just like, okay, what's the best decision and for me and my family? So during stressful times, one thing that has really helped me, I meditated this morning and I did yoga 100%. Brandon Burchard, excuse me, he has, and I'll post the link below, this really great thing where it's just pretty much music, and he says, release, release. And it's music, you're releasing, and you're just meditating. And I know there's a lot of times where people say stuff like, don't sweat the small stuff, but a lot of times, like, there's things in life that aren't small, like going through loss, going through infertility, going through, anything that you guys might be going through. Sometimes you have to be honest and say, hey, like, what I'm going through right now isn't easy, and that's okay. And you don't need to be perfect, but, meditate, build yourself up. And I'm going to read you guys some mantras that I'm telling myself because I want to try to build myself up. Exercise. You guys know I'm a big advocate for exercise. It literally could change your life. Eating, just making sure you're not stress eating. And I know a lot of people struggle with that. I struggle with that as well at times, but you want to honor your body and you want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. So just think, what is going to make me feel good? Not this is gonna, like, what's gonna make me feel good in an hour, not what's gonna make me feel good right this second. And this also might sound kind of weird because I love coffee, but eliminate coffee if you are stressed, because that caffeine is gonna just make you more stressed. So that's kind of just some simple things you can do to just take control. These are the lists of affirmations. But before I go into that, I wanted to tell you guys that it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to get angry at your circumstances. It's okay to make mistakes. I mean, I pretty much lost it on like a bunch of people this week, and I just have to laugh about it because you know what? Hey, sometimes you get stressed out. So here are the mantras, and I will also post these below. I have worth because I struggle to survive. I have legitimate needs. I am responsible for my life. I accept my life. I feel warm and loving towards others and myself. I did the best that I could. I'm letting go of what I can't control. I have worth. I am lovable and capable. So I love you guys. I hope that this video spoke to you. If you did watch it, comment below so I know who watched it. And I love you guys, and I appreciate you being on this journey with me on Facebook. It means more to me than anything to connect with you guys, and always feel free to reach out at any time and know that you are worthy. That's the biggest thing that I can tell you guys, and one thing that I tell myself all the time. Talk to you guys later. Bye.